All right, here's the deal, Kenneth. You finish that keg stand, and you can make the suit. You pass out, and we never talk about this again. It's the insane ramblings of a drug man. Do we have a deal?
G'day, and welcome to Stream of Chaos. I am Dave, and I am the Keeper of Arcane Lore for this session, Call of Cthulhu. So today we are playing part 2 of one of 5 scenarios in Mansions of Madness. I had my book too far away, I had to reach for it. You can get your own copy of this scenario and all the others contained within from Chaosium.com. I'd also like to thank Roll20, Sirenscape, and Web Captioner for the tools that they provide, which help us to run Call of Cthulhu. Now, in the first part of this scenario, our 3 investigators traveled to the Wellington Manor, where they were attending a party held by Dr. Kenneth Connolly, who is an old friend of Bradley's. And he appears to have invented time travel. He's got a suit, which was displayed out in the living room, and you had a chance to have a tinker with it. And there's also a few other guests. There is Claire Whitley, William Fetter, who is the butler. There is Dr. Seamus Quinn, and lastly there is Diana Carlson. Now, the 3 investigators had a bit of a snoop around, and while they were looking, they encountered some anomalies. Isabella and Dr. Brad Fogarty encountered Dr. Kenneth Connolly, who is missing. They appeared to speak to him several months ago, and Monkey met, well, Monkey, who delivered a warning and appeared to have been shot. Where the scenario left, Claire Whitley, or maybe it's Lizzie, and William Fetter, who claims to be Lizzie's brother or cousin, have taken the time suit, knocked out Dr. Quinn, and taken Diana hostage while they demand the investigators share the code which will allow them to operate the suit. So why don't we introduce each of your investigators, describe what they look like and how they're feeling as this strange time travel scenario unfurls. Art, why don't you go first?
Hey, I'm Art. I'm playing Monkey, who is odd. I'm just gonna go with that today. Odd, small, slight, scrappy, very weird. Monkey is, I believe, currently clambering outside the house, heading towards the kitchen to go and get some kniffs for fun, stabby times, because they don't trust anyone in the house anymore, except maybe themselves. I think they still trust themselves.
For now.
The cat says hello.
Good.
And panic, I think just like on the verge of, not quite like full-blown panic yet, but
edging
definitely like
ever closer. And when you're panicked, you want as many knives within reach as possible. That's what they all say, so that's good. So you are skirting around the outside of the house, looking into the kitchen in search of arms. Jackson, how about Dr. Fogarty?
How about Dr. Fogarty? He's played by me, Jackson, and his name is Brad Fogarty. You threw me off there, threw me off my rhythm. How dare you? Yeah, he was, when we last left off, lying twitching on the floor, waiting for the adrenaline to leave his system after having come face to face with a goddamn wolf in the house, a time wolf. It was like the roof was gone, right? And it was snowing? Is that what?
That's
so
right.
It was like 100 years in the future or something.
Or in the past, possibly. Yeah, it's weird.
That's freaky. I don't like it. I might be about to sneeze, but I'll come back to you on that. So after... No, I think I'm good. After a little while...
Riveting stuff.
That's all right. I thought I'd keep you updated. After a little while twitching on the floor...
We're professionals.
Eventually... Brad's gonna like scrape himself off the carpet and limp over to collect any kind of belongings. He's probably just like mindlessly going through his bags as if he's packing up to leave, knowing that he probably is not gonna like take his suitcase with him, and just kind of grounding himself by piecing through his belongings. until someone tells him what to do.
So you've already been given one demand. Claire Whitley, who'd been following you around the house the previous, still today, the previous session, was the one that demanded that you share the code, which previously only knew no, but now thanks to a handy anagram, all of you remember. I'm sure it was something about frogs sitting on a log. And then the rest of it.
194 frogs sitting on 7 logs with 507 legs.
Shit.
Amazing.
That's pretty good.
I'm not looking at my notes. I'm pretty sure it's...
That's pretty impressive.
That's definitely close. That's not exactly it.
507L. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Say it again.
F 194.
Yeah.
7L 507L, I think.
Yes. You got it.
Exactly it.
I'm incredibly impressed.
All right,
Nice.
well then, at least Monkey knows the code. So as Dr. Bradley begins to throw things into his bag in preparation to leave, lastly, Isabella.
Yes, I am Isabella Watch. I am James, but I'm playing Isabella Watch, explorer extraordinaire, and I am pulling on my coat, getting ready to go, making sure my boots are tight. I'm about this far from getting some ash from the fireplace and doing it along my face, and we must prepare to go into the woods, kind of thing. Now, let me just clarify something, Dave. We were demanded to be given the code. I thought that we had just heard we were just called to come down into the sitting room.
No. So where we left off, Claire, who has basically pressed a gun to Diane. Claire has put on the time suit, and her accomplice, William, has put a gun to Diana's head. Monkey, as they skirt around the outside towards the kitchen, will peek down and notice this. They have walked out towards the main area, and Claire has called out, Bradley, dear, I'm afraid things have escalated and I'll need you to come down to the living room. Now, I'm afraid we'll need that code. And that's where we will pick things up. So, Monkey, they haven't noticed you yet, but you freeze in place, your foot almost slipping on the outskirts as your head peeks under and you're able to take in the situation. They haven't noticed you yet, but moving any further in this direction, you will need to make a stealth or climb or something for me. Bradley and Isabella, you hear their voice carry cleanly up, and it's clear that you don't have a ton of time. The two of you can talk and plan. Monkey, you're on your own for the moment, at least. All right, what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to wheel towards Bradley, and I'm going to dive forward and quickly say, we don't have long, okay? At last, Bradley, you have people you could talk to. You can talk to the man. This is your talent. You need to talk them out of it. Now, if anyone asks, Monkey and I have gone missing. Just like the doctor, we're gone. You have no idea where we are. And I'm going to point towards the window and say, I'm going to make it out. And we'll try and figure out something. We'll try and sort out what we're going to do next.
All right, I'll see if I can stall them here. And I guess that's all I can do, right? I don't know the code, of course.
You don't know the code? No, we have it, and we've gone missing.
Oh, yeah, very good, very good. But then they're just gonna chase after you, try to find you.
They don't. We know we've traveled through time or something.
All right. I can do this.
You've got it. Now, before I commit entirely to this plan, Dave, can I, rather than try and sneak around, can I get out the window and go up onto the roof? I'd like to avoid making a stealth check with a climb check.
I'm totally fine with that. I was going to offer Monkey the same thing. Climb or stealth will both work in your favor here.
Okay, fantastic. Great.
Okay.
So that is my plan, and I will make for the.
All right. The doors open, and it's a nice, pleasant evening outside. There's plenty of stars, and a full moon gives enough light to see by. It's warm, but with the coat on, a little sticky, and you can begin to make your ascent towards the roof. As you come out, you will actually see Monkey for a moment below, unless Art, you've vanished. So what do you intend to do, Monkey?
I mean, I'm still going to the kitchen, which is on the same level.
Yeah, the kitchen's on the lower level. So kitchen's on floor 1.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are on floor 2. Kitchen is actually just across from the
Yeah, sorry,
library.
apologies. I meant it's on the same level as the
Actually-
library.
Technically, I can show it to the viewers at least. Roll20 is currently, there is an outage, so this is not live, but I can show you guys at least. Library, kitchen, monkeys on the outside, and ascending down from the second level. To my dear players, suck it.
I mean, I think that's probably what I'm going to do with a bullet at some point in the near future anyway.
Oh,
so.
God.
Oh, well. Honestly, like, my stealth is 70 and my climb is... No, my stealth is 74 and my climb is 70. I don't think it really matters.
You're pretty good, yeah.
I think I'll
Alright.
stealth this one, just because I wouldn't mind not having to, like, go out of my way to get where I need to go. I'd like to try and get there expediently.
That's totally fine.
So,
All right.
got some physical dice here.
These
Hey.
are cool. All right, go
That's
for
what
it.
you get
Give me a stealth roll. Isabel, do you want to give me a climb roll? And
Yes.
Bradley, what's your intent?
Just go downstairs and see what happens.
Okay.
Once Isabella is clear.
All right, we'll deal with it live. Isabella, have you done?
I am clear in my lovely Tray Tinker rolling tray, of course. I have rolled a 24. So
that's
that is
a
a hard
success.
success for me.
Awesome. All right, you scurry out and onto the roof. The shingling is solid, and there is a chimney in one of the, which would go down through one of the bedrooms and towards the main area. From the other side, you can look down to a small balcony that'll let you get back in, but otherwise you are well out of the way of anyone else. What are you going to do from here?
I think that I might try and I don't know how close I can get without provoking stealth rolls, and that is what I am trying to avoid in principle here. If they've come out into the main area, could I make it down into the room that formerly had the device inside it?
Not easily, no. So you gone up as well, so you're on the roof, right? That's 2 levels down.
Yeah.
You could try and skirt all the way across and down. I'm fine with that with the roll so that you land on the other side, and just go in the front. But no, they are also currently positioned where they've moved Claire has put on the time suit, and they've moved Diana so that she's kneeling in the door frame, and William is standing behind her, basically so that no one could sneak through that way, and Claire is still standing in the library. Dr.
Yes.
Seamus Quinn is knocked out in a chair on the side with a bloody wound on the back of his head.
All right. I think Isabella is going to pace back and forth on the roof and start muttering to herself and think of what to do next. Give me a moment to ponder too.
Okay, no worries. Monkey, how did you go?
What do you want?
And a
So
success.
not a hard, but a success.
All right,
Because
perfect.
quick math says that isn't half.
Yeah. You slide past the shuttered windows and to the kitchen. Actually, as you go through, you have that moment of deja vu as you open the window and step out onto the sink, eerily located where you were when you encountered yourself previously, but unwounded. There is like a chopping block with knives inside it, and you can easily grab a couple of them and slip them into your coat pockets. So they'll each be, I think, a D4 plus. I think is it knives just a D4? Does anyone have the book on them?
I mean, the only
I'll
thing
pull
I've
them
got
up
on my
here.
sheet is...
It's a D4. A knife is a D4 if you have like a hatchet or like a machete. It's a
Yeah, it might be like a
D6.
D6 or something. I would say there's a large one if you want it, which can go a D6. So take a D6 one and a D4, which you can divvy out as you please. Is there anything else you'd like to look for in here? The door is closed across from you, so no one can see you at the moment.
It's a D4 plus your damage bonus if you have one.
Nope.
Yep.
All
I
right.
do not.
D4
I am
it is.
small.
Small.
He is small. Is there anything else I want to look for in the kitchen? Knives. What else would I find in the kitchen? I'm
Salt?
assuming I'm not going to find like anthrax in here or something like that. Like,
I don't think so,
something.
no.
A tank. Dave, can we make luck check
Javelin
for a
launcher?
tank?
Yeah.
Javelin.
I don't think so.
RPG.
Yeah, there's always a chance. You roll. Do not
Who
roll.
bloody
That.
knows? Get a critical on a luck check. There's an RPG in the corner.
There might be. So nothing in here.
Nah, just a like. I want to grab pretty much as many knives as are serviceable for stabbing and or throwing.
chucking,
The throwing
yeah.
ones for me, the stabbing ones for the other two, because I don't stab.
There's like a bundle of like smaller paring knives or something similar, which you can coil up and put into your pocket to throw.
Oh, if there's like a butler's pantry, there should be some real nice steak knives in there, and those things are pretty sharp. So
Yep, something like that, which you can whip around, and
Really
then a
fancy
few
steak
larger
knife.
ones, which you can.
I have the knife stats if you care to hear them.
Yes, thank you.
Sure
That was
ones.
just-
So a switchblade is a d4, a carving knife is 1d4 plus 2, and a machete is 1d8.
Okay, perfect. I reckon you can have 2 of them, which are a D4 plus 2, and the rest will all just be a D4. If you want to spend some time here, you could try and find a more serious piece of kit, but those ones are the ones that are easily available. So as Monkey gathers up on knives and Isabella paces back and forth, Bradley gathers himself and steps out onto the landing. You can't see or hear Claire or William, but Diana is quietly sobbing. You can hear a sort of like a choked gasp, and then like a whimper as the gun is pressed into the back of her head for a moment. You have to be very careful here. What do you want to do?
I'll call out. Well, Miss Whitley, I'm coming down now, and I hope we can have a good discussion before anything bad happens. That's all I want here.
She calls out, "Where are the others?"
Well, I was wondering that myself. Something strange is happening up here, and I wonder if I can come down and talk about it as friends.
I'd like to remain friends, Bradley. Listen, come down. Let's talk about this. I don't want violence any more than you do.
Oh, good.
William will yell out, "Don't try anything funny, though. I'm an inch away from pulling this trigger."
I try nothing funny.
Alright. You step down the large banister, large set of stairs, coped in like red rugs, and towards the landing. You can see them now. William is a big guy. His frame fills the doorway, and Diana in front of him has a cut above her eye and is glaring at the area around her, furious at her own position, as her eyes are red. Claire can barely be seen behind the ox-shaped gentleman, but you can make out like piece of the device behind him as she's finished attaching it, and she steps forward to tap William, who steps just away to the side that she can talk to you while William keeps the gun trained on Diana. You can see immediately. Actually, can you give me a psychology roll to kind of get the measure of the situation?
I surely can. I thought you'd never ask. So I just rolled in roll 20. I don't know if you can see that.
I cannot, no, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I can
But
still
that works for me
roll,
fine. Yeah, you can do that and just tell me the
Yeah.
result.
because it was an extreme success,
Nice.
which I don't know if you're going to believe. So here's a
of
screenshot
course.
coming to the Discord right now. just so we're all on the same
Just so
page. There you
everything's on
go.
level. Now, what we can't see is
Yeah.
the 10 times you rolled that to get the result.
Oh, of course.
All right, so with an extreme, first of all, let's see. Claire looks as though she's trying to do this without bloodshed. She's positioned herself in a way that telegraphs, I'll stop William and make sure this doesn't get any worse than it needs to. But again, with an extreme, you dig through those levels and you can see she is trying to telegraph that. She's in control of this situation, and if she snaps her fingers, he'll shoot. Like this, she is the mastermind.
And she doesn't mind. She's prepared to do that.
She's
ready
prepared
to
to
kill.
do that if necessary. Absolutely.
Yikes.
But she's trying to telegraph, like, oh, it's such a shame that this came to this. I just want a peaceful resolution. She may still want the peaceful resolution above all, but she is willing to kill for it. Diana, you can tell, is furious that this has unfolded the way she is, mainly just because she's in a position where she can't do anything, and she's looking for a chance to escape. If she gets the opportunity, you also think she might take a swing at someone. Lastly, William is actually the most nervous of the three. He's a little out of his depth here, and although he's got the gun trained on Diana, his eyes flick to Claire regularly, looking for a command or reassurance, and once again, with an extreme, he has a deep respect, admiration, and probably some level of attraction to Claire that he tries to kind of... He would do anything for this woman. And there's a bit of like, what, I'm in this situation because of her. And you are very good at this skill, so well done. All right,
you.
so that's your immediate measure. What do you want to do?
No one else has seen Isabella and Monkey, have they? They went exploring some time ago and promptly disappeared. As far as I can tell, that they opened a door and didn't come back out. I haven't seen him since.
Claire says, last I saw, Isabella was with you going into Kenneth's room. And William says, I saw the little one in the kitchen. And then he went back upstairs.
That sounds about right. But in the moments in between, as I said, they just vanished into thin air. Is that something that's happening regularly around here?
Bradley, listen, I don't know. And she steps past the two to walk towards you. Bradley, things are breaking down around here, but this device, which Dr. Connolly made, has the answers. As long as it's not working properly, things are going to keep getting worse. Listen, I didn't want to push, but I know he sent a message, a code to you. I just need you to give it to me, and then we can set this to rights. We can go back. We can find what happened to Kenneth. We can prevent all of this from happening. This device is too powerful to be in the hands of anyone. If we go back, we'll stop it ever being made. It's the only thing we can do. Just give me the codes.
I really don't like the sound of that, but regardless of how I feel, I'm afraid he may have sent me the code, but it was rambling to me, and I rather discarded it without thinking too much.
Bradley,
sorry.
don't play games with me. Diana whimpers for a moment, and I need you to make a fast talk roll, which I'm going to contest with Claire's
That's
psychology.
Only fair. What?
All
My
right.
fast talk is 5? How could I let this happen? I did not know that. All right.
Do you want to... it's deceit. You're trying to
I
argue
agree.
that I think...
I agree.
Yeah, sorry. Now,
Technically, persuasion can be used for deceit if you take time to do so and craft something. Fast talk's like...
Yeah, but this is
Oh,
kind of...
that's
I can see that. I think this is fast talk for this one.
All right.
All right.
Shall I?
Went to great lengths to make sure that everyone else had dice and then did not get my own, so hang on, I'm just pulling up a roller. All right, good to go.
Yeah, so I got 32 over 5, which is
Got enough luck for that.
Would you like to...
close.
Would you like to luck it?
I can, if I spend all of my luck, I can bring it down to 4, which is a regular success. And if she gets a hard success, then she's won.
She is... You get the read that she is pretty good at this.
Yeah,
It's up to you if you want to spend it though.
I think I've lost it.
Okay.
I'll need those 28 points, I'm sure.
She steps forward and she goes, Bradley, don't lie to me. And then she looks back, nods at William, and he slams the gun into the back of Diana's head. She yells in pain and crumples forward to the floor. He grabs her by the back of like the shirt on her neck and heaves her back up. And now she's dazed and stunned, and he pushes it again. And he goes, give us the fucking code! Meanwhile, Monkey and Isabella, what are the two of you doing?
So I hope it's fair to say that William and Claire are rather distracted.
I would say they are.
So, in the library, the machine is entirely on Claire now, is that correct?
She is wearing it, that's right.
Okay. In that case, with everything that happens, depending on how quickly Monkey can get into the scene, in that moment where William smacks Diane over the back of the head, if possible, Monkey would like to have, in the meantime, climbed in through a window behind them and is going to throw a knife at William's shoulder blades and try and like just straight in the spine, if possible.
All right. Why don't you give me a stealth check to see if you can get into position? Meanwhile, Isabella, what are you trying to do? So you're up on the roof. You actually realize at this point, because the chimney seems to be carrying the sound up from the library, like you heard muffled pieces of the conversation, you were able to keep some track of it. What do you want to try and do? You muted, James.
Oh dear me, thank you. I think that I have heard the commotion. I have become aware that there is, yelling and I can hear bits of it. So I'm going to try and get as close as I can possibly. Can I come in? Can I come in through the kitchens? Functionally, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get as close as I can without having to make a stealth roll. And then when I start
but what
hearing,
is it? I mean, you with your hard climb, you can get down to the first floor. That's not an issue. But approaching will be a stealth roll. These two are on edge. They know strange things are happening, but also they are aware that deceit may be afoot. Unless you can argue something else, I'm gonna need a stealth roll to approach.
Actually, I will try something else. I drove. We have established this before. I go off the roof. I go to the car, and I'm going to start the car and get ready to ram. Like I'm going to try and drive it into the building and hit them if I can. You're
able to get down to the ground and towards the car. You slide into the front seat, spin the initiative keys, put it in, turn it, and nothing happens. Can you give me an either electrical or mechanical repair?
Jesus. Okay, I'll give you one, but I don't think it's going to go very well. That is a 009. That is a success on both electrical and mechanical repair.
Okay, shit, dude.
I'm lifting up the. There you go.
Very carefully.
You saw it roll.
I believe you. You are aware this is not just bad luck. This has been sabotaged. Someone has stopped this car from working. With time, you might be able to repair it, but as you move over to the hood, like a spark plug or other word has been removed and something is missing from the vehicle. You might be able to sort of re-rig it and biggity bug. I thought you had quite high mechanical repair. Isn't that what you rolled to bluff your way through a physics conversation?
No. I believe I did do mechanical repair, but I just fluked it.
I remember you burning a lot of luck actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move to the car and try to start it, and
style.
it does not work. Monkey, how did you go on your stealth roll?
Question. If I was to get a hard success, would that put me in a more advantageous position to do what I would like to do next? Or is it going to be all the same?
Let's see. So your objective is you move to the windows, open them, and step into the library. You're able to shut them behind them quietly, and you're now crouched behind the seat with Seamus Quinn inside it. The others are unaware, and you see William cold cock Diane on the back of the head and then yell, "Give us the fucking code." They're not looking at you. That's where you'll get with the normal. If there's anything else you'd like on top of that, you might want a hard, but otherwise you're in a pretty good position, I think. It's up to you.
Yes, Jim.
I've got a tire iron for the boot, and I'm heading forward.
Okay, all right.
I think I'll arrive late.
I thought you were going to suggest something. I mean, the only other thing that I would like to do, and you can let me know if I'm going to need a hard for this, is if I'm on this chair behind Seamus,
Yep.
I'm going to lift his pocket watch.
Okay, done. Yep, you've got it. Good call.
All right. Do I need a hard for that, or is that just a thing?
You can
that
just have that. That's you can
Like,
palm it in
so
as
be
you pull out
like-
the knife.
I think in Monkey's head, they're just like, don't want to make too many mistakes, and then pockets the pocket watch, and yeah, I got a 42, which is a regular success.
Nope,
So I
perfect.
will straight at the back of William.
Okay.
In the hope of distraction, I don't know. Actually, no, I know exactly what goes through Monkey's head. Always pay what is owed.
Ooh.
You fling it. All right. Go ahead and make a throw roll. And so what is happening? So William Colcock's Diana, who falls to the ground, drags her back up, points the gun at them, and threatens Bradley. Claire clearly directed him to do so, but turns back to Bradley to try and get the code from him. Meanwhile, Monkey slips in the back, pockets the watch, and flicks the knife towards him as Isabella pushes open the door, holding the tire iron and dressed in the leather
Oh my god.
coat. Monkey, how have you
Here
gone?
it is. No more subtlety. It's chaos. Bradley's going to be yelling from the top, like, we can talk about this. Everything just turns into chaos.
I
Don't
like
have
my
a
prophecies self-fulfilling.
Extreme is 5, percent, a fifth of. correct?
1/5, that's right, yes. Did you get an extreme?
I rolled 17
Yep.
over 52. I believe that puts my
Just a hard.
yes.
But if you
I
want
feel
it,
like knives are likely to do impaling damage.
definitely. And so
So
what
you're
that will do,
I will
is it-
give
and-
you.
your knife is a D4, so it will be 4 points of damage plus a D4 if you flick it.
Still pretty good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just making
Unless
sure.
you let me throw one of the bigger ones, but I don't know if
I
they
think
can
these
be
are your small.
thrown. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you 7 points of luck to make that an extreme.
I'll take it. Go ahead and roll a D4 for the additional damage, and then I'm gonna need everyone's dexterity as we go to. And noting that because William has his gun drawn and readied, he will add 50 to his.
Oh god. So we have to hope this takes him out. My dex is 55.
Okay. 55.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, 8 damage. That's
8 points
that's
of damage.
good.
It's pretty good.
If it's a major wound,
That
you might
moves
be able
it.
to
That
take
is
him
a
out.
major wound.
Yes.
So I need to roll a constitution. And let me just check.
Oh, let's wipe this guy
His
out.
initiative
Let's
is
just-
110, so he will definitely go first. Monkey, what's your dexterity?
80.
Monkey goes second. I'm rolling his con.
We go. Here we
Look,
go.
we
This
already
website I've
established I
chosen is
got
dodgy and
shot,
slow. There we go.
The suspense.
He's got high con, but he rolls an 88. And as the knife goes whipping across the room, he hits Diana, points the gun to Bradley to threaten him. The knife jams into the side and he staggers for a moment, swinging the gun towards you before collapsing to one of his knees and falling forward. He's immediately been taken out of the fray.
Oh my
He's still
God, that
alive,
is-
and Monkey, you're gonna act first. What do you want to do?
Oh, that is so good. Second knife. Straight at the other one.
Actually, yeah. Can I think it's gonna be my instinct is to ditch a knife at the suit to try and cause more failure in it so that the code isn't gonna do anything,
Yep, I wrote it.
because Monkey wasn't there for the conversation about fixing things, so
Yeah.
doesn't know that we might need the suit. Which are my team okay with that? Because I would hate to make things
Go
worse
for
for all
it.
of us if you're like, please, for the love of
That's
fuck,
great.
don't
Let's
do
do
that.
it. More chaos.
Rock and roll.
More of it.
If I have a chance to say we need the suit, I'll say we need the suit.
Yeah. Okay, well,
See
We
that?
need the suit.
You can try it flick it.
The
It's
apparatus.
like pieces of it's like a harness around Claire. Like you can try and whip it through the gaps. That's fine. You can try and attack her. I would say a penalty dice to not damage the suit, but that is failure is not damaging the suit. It's just that you'll miss. A fumble would be to damage the suit. You are taking the penalty dice to try and get that edge.
I'm gonna throw another knife at William.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
The coup de grace. Make a. Actually, as he tumbles towards you, he lands in front of you on the ground. You can easily draw one of the larger knives and attack him. This
God.
is a coup de grace and killing a
Unconscious
person who had a
man.
gun pointed to a woman's head moments ago. Like, I'll be clear about that, but it will be a sanity roll. And it's up to you if you think Monkey is cool with that. It's your character. He is out of the fight. But he could always come back to the fight.
If he's unconscious and in front of me, then Monkey's gonna like quick over the chair, crouch over him with one of the large knives drawn, and just be like, "Hey, lady." Oh, actually, no. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Lizzie."
And
Very
you're
nice.
holding him hostage.
Very nice.
Just not like I'm not touching him, but I'm like directly over, looking like ready to, and I'll say, "Hey, Lizzie," at Claire.
Alright. Perfect. So
And I will use my action to get ready to stab this man should anything untoward happen between now and my next turn.
perfect. Our connection has just returned, so I'm just re-updating
Yes,
the
we are
field.
back.
Hey!
Let me throw to the screen briefly. So, William took 8 damage.
There's the
and-
evidence of my extreme psychology.
I did. If like just 1,000 suddenly came through. All right.
Amazing.
So Monkey, you're crouched in the room. Claire had stepped past Diana towards Bradley as Isabel comes in swinging. He's out for the time being. You say, "Hey, Lizzie," and gesture with the knife towards him. Claire.
I'm not gesture, I'm over the top of him. Like,
Okay.
I'm not moving. I'm just like,
All right.
Gonna stab him.
With that, it goes to Claire's turn. Is the next to act. She sees him fall, and she turns to Bradley. She says, "Oh, thank God, Bradley. I didn't want him to do any of this. I didn't want him to attack. It all went too far, but he's down. Get this thing off me. Get this thing off me now, please. Help."
There, I'm gonna help you very slowly and carefully, and I want you to stay completely still. We're all gonna get out of this mess that we
Okay.
got us into.
Okay. What do you want to do?
For my turn, I'll start taking the suit off,
Okay. You move jumping into unhook
making sure
switches.
she's not gonna like stab me or anything.
She does not appear to be armed. You begin to disable the suit and Isabella, and actually we are more or less out of active combat for the moment. On
Good.
the floor, with a major wound, he's not dying, but he is in bad condition. There is blood like soaking from the knife in his back, and it is bad. All right, whatever you guys want to do.
I retrieve the gun is the first thing I do.
Okay, you
Take
step
it
over
and
and
check if it's loaded. Isabella knows how to use it.
It was absolutely loaded. He was not faking.
Isabella, have you got some first aid skills?
Well, I can try my best. Let's try and sit him down in a chair or something.
is this William?
Yeah.
Monkey does not move, and if you come near, we'll point the knife at you and be like, "He shot me."
Okay, all right. Listen.
He's there, like,
First of all, let's get everybody into the library. You're okay. All right, come on. Let's move into the library, everyone.
I moved to the library.
Okay. Everyone's moved into the library, and
I am
Diana.
keeping an eye oh my god, I had
Claire?
brain fart, forgotten names. Yes, on Claire.
Okay, so
There's
you've
two
got-
names, so you can hear my confusion.
You've got the gun and you're keeping an eye on Claire, who's currently being disconnected by Bradley. Diana pulls herself up from it and walks over towards Monkey and William on the ground, where she goes to check on Seamus, who is just nearby. Monkey, can you give me a spot hidden roll?
Yep. I wonder.
Oh god, everyone's freaking evil.
I wonder whether if Claire's. I don't know. Spot hidden, you say?
Yes, please.
Oh wait, I can just roll now. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we're back.
Yay.
You see Diana, not particularly subtly, but trying to be, grab a large brass paperweight off the the shelves nearby, and she holds it so it's hidden just behind her leg, and begins to walk back out towards Bradley and Claire. Bradley, you've disconnected most of the harness now, and Claire's talking as you go. She goes, he came to meet me while I was staying with Kenneth. He's a partner of mine from long ago, back when I got mixed up with bad people, and I tried to come here to get away from all of it. When he got here, he made me fall back into this life. I thank you for everything you do, and I know you don't trust me, but you have to believe I didn't want any of this, and honestly, it's horrible to say, but she turns to you now, Monkey. Thank you. Thank you for what you did.
Does this strike me as odd, considering that William was looking to her?
Oh, it strikes you
For
as
advice?
a fucking bold-faced lie. You've
That's
seen
what I
through this
thought.
woman. She
That's what I was
is
getting.
a
And yeah,
con
we have
artist.
the letters that no, she was
The thing
Yog's
is,
a Thoth worshipper.
Bradley, you have pinned this woman. You know she's lying. Monkey
That's
and
what I
Isabella,
thought.
she is really good. She comes right back across as genuine. Monkey, you remember talking about Acrobat, and you're like, oh my god, this vulnerability. For just a
I
moment,
have the
you've
letter
seen.
that says Yog's the Thoth worshipper. I am.
Sure,
I'm
but
clinging to
cultists
that.
can still be like they
Good
could have
people.
been manipulated by people, and they could have been turned by it. It takes a psychologist who could perceive the mind of demons. You can make a psychology roll to try and get through it, but she is. You have your suspicions. She comes across as very genuine, and just for the moment, vulnerable.
All right, let's see,
Diana
let's see.
is walking up towards the two of you. What is everyone doing?
I'm peering, trying to get an eye.
I am still over William. I don't think I've moved much at this point. I might. I think. Monkey's not stupid. Surprisingly, not educated, but is not dumb.
Yep.
Miss Diane, would you help me get Mr. Seamus in a more comfortable position?
Diane pauses, stepping through the doorway, and only Monkey can see them white-knuckling the paperweight as they walk up towards Claire. What are you trying to achieve, Monkey? Because I'm gonna need a roll.
I'm trying to draw attention to Diane. So if she's trying to do something when no one's paying attention, that's going to be much harder. So everyone looks towards her or something like that. But I'm also trying to trying to stop her doing something that's going to make the situation worse for her and everyone else. However, like whether that comes across or not, but the main purpose is people now know she's there and are probably looking at her.
Okay. You draw attention to her, and with that, you get her to pause at least for a moment. As this happens, Isabella, you can see the paperweight, and Bradley, with your measure, she's not even veiling it. She's staring at Claire with hate, and as soon as she gets close, she's intending to bludgeon her.
Oh no. Elizabeth, I think it's in your best interest to stop talking now, because we're going to unravel this when the police arrive. So I think everybody should just sit still where they are until we call the police and figure out this whole mess out. Figure it all out.
Diana inches forward, and
I'm hoping the mention of the police will discourage any further acts of violence.
So Diana
going for.
takes. I'll get a roll in just a second. So Diana takes another step forward, and Claire, who swung around to look at Diana when everyone was talking, turns pointedly to Bradley, exposing her back, and takes an unconscious and faltering step backwards, almost prompting Diana to swing. Bradley, do you want to give me a persuasion roll to convince, or basically to, like, seed the threat of law? And Isabella, what are you doing?
I am waiting, and then if Diana goes forward, I will raise the gun and yell, "Sit down!"
Okay.
And yeah.
Bradley succeeds, and Diana stops in the hallway. She's still holding the paperweight, but she slumps against the wall, and her injuries are getting to her. She's been hit several times at this point, and she sort of falters for a moment and then blinks to hold herself up. She said, "That bitch and her dog attacked Dr. Quinn, and
Listen, we'll get the police.
She just can't fucking get away with this.
That she won't if you let the police get involved.
He
But
was
if you
gonna
go
fucking
around,
kill me.
listen, and you were gonna bludgeon her. All situations. Listen, we'll get the police. We'll sort all of this out.
Also, Miss Diane, if she moves, or if he moves, I'll kill him.
Fine. I just...
Not you. You can
just
move. You're
don't
fine.
know what's happening. This doesn't make any sense. I've been seeing things moving all night. I've heard voices muttering behind doorways and conversations that I wasn't in. People are referencing this. Whatever that thing is, whatever Kenneth was working on is cursed beyond belief. That thing should be destroyed. And she should go to prison.
We're working on all of those things. Everyone just needs to calm down, take a seat. We need Bradley, can you go and get we need some rope, something to restrain our two new house guests.
I agree. And Miss Carlson, the good news is that any immediate threat has passed, and we're all on the same side here, and we're all looking to get out of this with the best possible result.
Uncle Brad, can I talk to you for a second?
Very well. Why don't we go find some rope or something similar?
Cousin Isabella, can you shoot William if he moves, please?
He doesn't look in great shape, Monkey, but yes, I'll shoot him if he moves. Diana, can you please help Dr. Quinn get some pillows under his head, something like that?
Yes, but I'm not. Don't let that one out of her sight. And she points to Claire, who now removed from the device, is sort of stepping out of it and pulling back on her shoes. The time suit, sort of mix of harnesses and bits and bobs, lies currently on the floor. So, Dr. Quinn is slumped in the chair. William Feder dragged before him. Monkey crouched over both. Diana moves back into the room, still holding the paperweight, slides to the ground before dragging herself up to begin gathering some pillows from the room. Isabella's also there for the moment. Out in the lobby, Dr. Fogarty and Claire Whitley stand on top of the time suit. What is everyone doing and where are they going?
I want to be keeping a close eye on Claire,
Actually, let's
so I'll have
update
an angle on her.
let's update the map. So
I think we
down
all
here.
went to the library, right? Let's all get into the library.
What's happening with the time suit then?
Bring it in.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I'm okay for it to be out in the hallway if Bradley and Monkey are having a conversation over the top of it.
I was thinking the same thing.
And then like
Yeah.
it can be moved or we can deal with it then. But I want all the people in the library. I kind of want the time suit near us right now.
Behold,
I think that's a good call.
the time suit.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
Okay, all right. It's
It's
dragged
brick.
back into It's dragged back into the library. And...
No, not yet. It's,
Oh, sorry.
It's still in the hallway.
We're gonna leave
So,
it in the way.
Monkey
My bad. I was
and
distracted
Brad will
constructing the time suit.
Monkey and Brad are gonna have a conversation out in the hallway, on top of like standing near the time suit. Everyone else, ideally, is in the library, being watched by Cousin Isabella with a gun.
Yes, and if you would so kindly, David, as to move Dr. Quinn and Diana over into one corner and the villains into the other corner.
No,
That would
don't
be
let the villains near each other. They'll help.
our separate corners then for the villains.
All right.
This is going really well.
Diana's standing over Quinn.
Yep. Now,
Where do you want Claire?
I would like Claire in the bottom left.
And where are you
And
standing?
I would like William in the bottom right.
I wouldn't say like really Willie.
And I will be a little further back than that, but yeah, I've got an angle on everyone. Yeah.
By
Okay.
the door.
Before
Yeah, by the door.
this goes any further, Isabella, can you please make a spot hidden roll?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Or psychology. I'll take either.
Okay, let's go with spot hidden. Boom. Nope.
Okay.
Bam.
Very good. All right, out in the library, out of the hallway, Bradley and Monkey.
I will have the gun in my hand, FYI. Cool.
Yep.
We should find some rope.
I don't think we're done with this suit yet. I think things are gonna get worse before they get better, and I think we need to fix some things. So, I think I should maybe try and use it
Well,
quiet, and I'm quick, and I can get around without people seeing me. And I know that I've seen myself already, so maybe I've already done it.
it's a good point. I think, well, what Claire was saying there was at least half true. We should eventually destroy it. I don't think it's a net positive on the world here.
No, I agree. I think the problem is, I think it existing now and then not existing now means that things that are broken stay broken. And I'm not sure what's broken, but I feel like the wolf had something to do with the broken. And I'd like not to see that again. Just, you know.
No, well, as far as I can tell, the wolf was just an innocent resident of the house, either just before it was constructed or some years after it falls into disrepair. I'm not sure we need to be worried about that particular wolf.
Uncle Brad,
but-
I'm worried about that particular wolf. I don't know why, I just am.
Well, that's your right. That's your right, and that's completely valid. But as far as the actual use of the time suit, what we need now is to find Dr. Connolly, if he has gone missing into the streams of time. And once he's brought back, then I think we'll have no further use of it. Do you agree, or did you have something else in mind?
No, I think we should take it to him and then ask him to take it apart and never make it again.
Well, I'd be a little bit concerned about what ramifications that would have. I mean, if you look at it from a paradoxical perspective, then that would mean that none of this would happen if the time suit is never built.
No, I
But
don't
if
think
none
that-
of this happens, then the time suit won't be destroyed. You see what I mean?
No, I don't think that's how like the legs work. I think like you get stuck in a leg where things have happened, but then someone else gets in the other leg where the things hasn't happened, and it kind of just works itself out.
Well, we don't know that for sure. That's the thing. So perhaps that's something else to consult with Dr. Connolly when we do find him.
Well, the worst
But
that
it seems
happens
like-
is that I go do the thing, and then the suit doesn't get destroyed, and then we need to find another way of doing the thing, because we're in the same situation we were before without any changes. I don't think it's a net negative to try.
At the very least, it seems like we are agreed, aren't we, that we need to find Dr. Connolly first and consult with him.
Yes. I just think we need to use the suit to find him. I don't think he's here.
I would have to agree with that. Well, he could be here, but he may not be now.
Now. Yeah. So, I mean, I have the code up here, so
Well, I think first, perhaps we should make sure that the two villains are restrained. And, well, if we are going to do this, maybe the police shouldn't be called just yet. We don't want to complicate things any more than they have to be.
I'm gonna pull
Agreed.
that same diode out of the suit I did before.
Sure, make an electrical repair for me.
Last time I just needed a
No,
side of
no,
head.
you make an electrical repair for me. Just for fun, just for a lark, something to do. It's past the time. Suit.
My electrical repair is base. Like,
Yeah, just for a lark.
all right,
Humor me.
let's find out. 92.
Okay. Yeah, you take
Not
the
a fumble.
diode. You take the diode.
You were just looking for a fumble.
Yeah. Let's throw some people through time. Speaking of which, back in the other room.
I have something I would have liked to have done, if that's quite
Yes,
all right.
I was going to do something with you as well, so it's fine. What do you want to do?
Oh, okay, great. So I am a little concerned that I'm going to get that something bad is going to happen to me. So I will have said to lovely Claire, listen, I want to be very clear. I don't want you to try anything, right? You or William and whatever schemes there are, we can sort this out. And if indeed you're as innocent as you are, it'll all be all right, and we'll be able to put things to rest. But if indeed, as I suspect, you are a worshipper of Yog-Sothoth, know that I have resisted the magic of your kind before. And if I hear one failed syllable slip out of your lips, I'll put a bullet in your brain and send you back to your Dark Master.
I understand. I know it's dark work. I never wanted to fall into it, but I'm a product of my circumstances. If this is an opportunity for me to put it behind me, then I will take it with relish. You have to believe me. I just want to move past this. I came here looking for a retreat, and Kenneth offered me something here that I haven't found anywhere else. It was him, and she gestures at William on the ground, that dragged me right back into it. And the chaos all just started again. Is there anything I can do to prove that I want to help? Anything?
Sit right there, don't move, and think of some reason that the letters I have from Kenneth explain that you started the rituals with him before William arrived.
I don't.
And I would like to make an intimidate check if that's
Yeah,
fine.
fuck yeah, dude, roll it.
I will give you luck. 2 points of luck for a success.
Okay. She
That was that sneeze I told you about.
she falls back against the like to lean against the
And that is true, right? The letters say that the ritual started before.
yeah,
cool.
fuck yeah,
Meditation.
for sure. Yeah, it was like she memory
Yep.
whatever, she used it to meditate. Yeah, absolutely. That said, there's people in this mythosy world that use mythos bullshit for good. It's science beyond our mind. I mean, so did Kenneth by that extent.
Yeah, I suppose so.
She leans back against the thing, and with your successful intimidate, absolutely takes you at your word that you will shoot her ass if she tries anything. Very good. All right. What do people want to do? The door's currently closed, so you could have the conversation. What's the next step? Time suits with Monkey
We
and
still
Bradley.
need to find some rope.
Okay, where do you want to look?
I was hoping you just tell us we find some rope.
Yeah, there will be. I mean, the shed,
great.
the one out, like the barn that you were told was
that's true.
falling apart
Yeah.
and ominous. It's probably a good
Better run
source
out
of
there.
rope. Do you want to head up there?
Run out to the
God.
garden shed barn.
All right, who's going?
No barn. Claire wanted us in the barn. Let's not go to the barn. Keeper wants us in the barn.
Wait,
Claire
Claire-
wanted us in the barn. I'm not.
Go together. We'll
Claire
just
didn't
go-
want us in the barn. That William said, no one's like, don't go into the barn. It's in a disrepair. Don't go there.
All right, who's going out to the barn?
That's true.
We need
Barn.
some rope. We need some rope, and if they're
Yeah,
up to no
alright,
good in
fine.
there, we gotta know what they were doing.
All right, I guess like we should probably drag the suit back into the room, so on the off chance someone uses the suit to come and get the suit is where people can see it.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't like it being in the same room. I think if worst case scenario here, Elizabeth makes a play for the suit, then we want it slightly further away from her, so that
Yeah, but
Isabella
we-
has some more time to react.
True, but we need someone to see it, because otherwise the person who has the suit in the future can just come back and move it, and we won't know about it.
How about we take it with? How heavy is it?
Not that.
Oh, alright.
I'll just throw it over my shoulder. Let's go.
It's like it's bulky and it's hard to move. It's dangling bits and whatever it is. It has some weight to it, but once you get it over your shoulder, you're all right, and you're moving. All right. You grab the suit, and you're going into the library, or you're just going outside to the barn.
Well, we'll go straight to the barn. We're gonna find some rope, and we're gonna find out what they're up to in there.
Okay. You step out, and in the night begin to walk over towards the barn. Inside, it's a decrepit. Sorry, from the outside, it is a decrepit old building. The roof is rotting and falling away. You push the door open, and it creaks and has to be like heaved through some of the mud and muck on the other side as the frame is like shifted slightly. You can see there is farming equipment inside, oil, lanterns, definitely rope. Nothing immediately untoward though.
Is nice inventor here?
Not that you can see.
Well,
can make
maybe.
you do not hear anything from inside, but it also does not seem to be in as disrepair as was presented. Like it's old, but it's not going to collapse on you imminently. One of you could try and have a look around if you want to spend some time, but it's up to you.
Yeah, well, if we got some rope, maybe just a quick look around, just to see what exactly they were trying to hide. But just a quick look, just a quick. What's going on in here? Not a big search, but let's just get a feel for the.
You want me to
Feel
take
for
a
the
look around,
room.
Uncle Brad?
Just a quick look. It is a little odd that they were alternatively keen and against getting us in here.
Make a spot hidden roll.
Just a quick little spot hidden. Just a quick
Like
little,
it is?
Just a little one.
just a little one.
Yes, or one of you could just give the other a bonus dice. Up to you.
My spot hidden is 48, which is not bad.
60.
Okay.
Well, by all means.
Alright. That's
Nice. Duh.
42
Okay.
back. Like 6 dice.
What do you got to think about here, Dave?
Oh,
you said nothing was happening in here.
There is a ladder that has been moved, and it leads up to the rafters. Actually, sorry, no. Let me say that. It would typically lead up to the rafters. You can see where it like pushes into it, but it's been relocated and moved to the other side, so that you wouldn't even think that the rafters are accessible if you had spotted the ladder and the divots where normally it digs into the ground underneath it.
Can I get up?
Easily.
Cool. I'll get up into the rafters and see what I see.
All right, you begin to clamber your way up, and at the highest point, you find a suitcase which has been pushed into the back, into the darkness, and to obscure it.
God.
Dude, okay.
no.
What's in the
Opening it,
box?
you find several sets of clothes, a bundle, like banded together, of passports, a cache of like money and cash, train tickets, and a small blue book. As soon as you open it, you can see that it is written inside in strange tongues, some English, some other, and this is someone called Eve Pierce's collection of their knowledge of the Cthulhu mythos.
Oh my god.
Taking a quick look at the passports and/or tickets, are there
Evelyn.
any recognizable names?
Yes,
I'm putting the book aside.
Evelyn Pierce appears to be another name for Claire Whitley, and Elizabeth first
Alias. God damn, this woman is cool.
Elizabeth Rowland. And she has another couple as well that she goes by, but it appears like Elizabeth Rowland isn't her real name either.
Is the book large? Like, could I
No.
get it into my jacket?
Got it.
I'll put it in my jacket. I'll latch the suitcase. I'll scurry down, and I'll say, "Well, she's got a lot of names."
Fascinating. And the real one, as far as you can tell?
Oh, I have no idea. Unless I got a feeling that like Eve was the actual name.
It's
Only
the
one
earliest, at
passport.
least. Otherwise, you'd need to make some kind of roll to. She's
Well,
got a
we
lot
know
of
it's
names.
here. So
Evelyn Pierce is the name that's in the journal as well. So actually, that does seem to. If it's not her real name, it's her mythosy name or something. So it's.
Okay, well, we know it's here, so if we need to come back for it, we can. But
All right.
I'm assuming that what they didn't want us to find was the fact that she's done this a lot, and she isn't who she said she is.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's most helpful. Let's get back with these ropes.
All right. You both actually. Let's. Isabel, is there anything you want to be trying to do?
I'm keeping a very firm eye on the two of them, and I will also ask Diana if she has any kind of medical training. She's got doctor. No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
she's not. She's a teacher. She's
That's
not a
right. That's
doctor.
right. But
I've got all of her handy dandy studies right here. She does not.
Okay, I'd like her to request, just keep an eye on Dr. Quinn as best you possibly can. See if you can't rouse him. I'll suggest maybe she gets some water or something like that for people.
She's gonna go to the kitchen and get some water.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. She steps out from the doorway, and as it swings open, you hear for a moment hammering and sawing, and daylight seeps inside, and
dear.
Diana lets out a gasp, and then the door shuts.
Oh.
And is she gone?
Do you move to the doorway?
No, I do not move to the doorway. But I will say, Diana. Are you...
There's no response.
Oh dear. Okay. Wonderful. Great. I park myself in a chair and continue to wait. Yep.
Okay. Monkey and Bradley, you head back towards the house. At this point, it's late. You walk past the cars stationary on the side of the road and open the doorway. Inside, there is no sign of Diana, even though you don't know that she's missing yet, but just to preempt the question. And you can head to the library, where you open it to find Isabella with her gun pointed to Claire in the corner, who's standing, not with her hands up, but not attempting anything.
Hello, you two. Did you see Diana outside?
Nope.
I think she's been sent back to some time before the turn of the century, which is, just a fantastic way to...
Oh.
Got rope?
Oh dear. Yes, we have rope. Well, if these time effects are still lingering in the house, I think we should probably wait till she returns and then maybe wait outside. As long as we're
I
inside
don't-
these walls, this could keep
Brad,
happening.
I think that we need to bind these two, make sure they can't interfere. Then one of you two need to make use of the time suit.
I suppose so.
Claire says, Diana was probably your best chance at using that device.
Why do you say that, Miss Evelyn? It's devastating.
there is like a that throws her for a moment. There is a blink because she didn't plan on that one coming out. I say that because Kenneth was a genius, a brilliant man, and what he created is so complex. I don't know that any of you have a chance of using it. It requires formulae calculated on the fly to project back and forth through time. I was beginning to get a grasp on it while here before William arrived, but you're dooming yourself if you
Well,
go.
that's fine. We don't need you. We don't need Miss Diane. We need Dr. Connolly himself. And it just so happens that no matter when he is, we can find him with the suit.
If you can get it to work.
I
it
get
pra-
physics to work all the time. It's not that difficult. You just kind of jump. And then it works itself out because your brain just kind of tells you where you need to land, and you put your feet in the right place or your hand out to catch the right thing. It's not hard. You just have to trust your body.
Sounds like you're volunteering, monkey.
I hope you're right, but listen, if you're wrong, you don't know where you'll arrive. You don't know what threats you'll face. I mean, you've been seeing and hearing these things, right? Everything we've encountered so far has been from the past. Kenneth
Not
attempted
true.
some travel. That's true. Kenneth attempted some travel forward as well, and he's seen hints at what will happen here on Earth in aeons after time passes. And those that inherit it, if they find you, they'll take the suit and they will tear you apart.
Okay.
Glad you're so concerned for our safety. It's a nice change of pace, actually.
Why were you gonna use it then if you could get torn apart?
I just want Kenneth back. I've only ever wanted Kenneth back.
Well, why don't you start by telling us the last time you saw him before he disappeared?
This morning, when William went to check on him, he was genuinely here in the morning. I spoke to him at breakfast. We planned this whole affair. I don't know. Yeah, make a psychology roll.
We got an invitation like a day or two ago, and his
I'm going to make a
journal-
GM only roll.
Excuse me?
and
Oh
Whisper
god.
to the
Oh,
keeper.
so
Whether I-
tense. There's so many
whether I
mysteries. I'm never
believe
sure
her-
what's.
whether I believe in her and like her psychological intent or not, like there's too many things that don't add up for me, and therefore Monkey to 100% trust this woman. Like,
Oh yeah, no, 100%
Oh,
trust is
we're
out
not
the
trusting her.
window. It's more just finding the exact level of bullshit.
Exactly.
Bradley,
Yeah,
you will get
yes?
some information. Can I tempt you with a push, or a luck?
Well, now you may. If I push it and roll a regular success, does that count
We
as
will-
a fumble?
Yeah, you're right. Pushing isn't really it would. No, it won't. But failing will. So the risk is
okay.
there.
All right, I'm gonna stride right up to her and just get in her face
Why
and
are you
just.
expensive luck.
No, that's 22
It's a fair
points.
bit of luck. It's a fair bit of
fair
luck.
enough.
I need them. I'm gonna get right into her face and just remind her. Lying at this stage will go very poorly. That was more intimidating in my head.
I thought that was pretty good.
All right then.
There's also a gun pointed at her. That's always a strong opener.
That's
All right, go ahead and
true.
roll another dice.
You get a bonus dice for the gun.
It's a valid question.
No,
David.
no.
All right.
Roll
All
your
right.
dice. Roll your dice.
Oh, that's how we do it. Would you like 1 point for an
You can't,
extreme?
it's
Oh, you can't like a push roll.
but that is good. All right, so she
1
also
point
got
off.
she got a success on my hidden fast talk roll.
Yeah.
She's just trying to
She's
know
such
she's
a good
lying
liar.
again.
Yeah.
But
I'm just gonna say
specifically,
we found your
specifically,
cache.
she hasn't seen Kenneth for a while. He was definitely not here, and the timing. One of you like mentions the letter you received, or maybe Monkey, or you recall back to it. They probably actually sent that telegram calling all of you here. Was probably sent by
wow.
Claire to draw you here to try and figure out what's going on. Kenneth hasn't been seen in a while, and she was definitely involved in him going missing.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, Evelyn, we have your cache, we have your passport, we have everything we need to put you in bars behind for a long, long time. And the only thing between you and prison is us. And we would like to find Dr. Connolly.
I know, it's what I want to find as well, but I don't know what William did with him.
What William did with him.
What William did with him. That's what I said. I saw him this morning. And then William went to go get him while I was here with all of you when William came back.
Timing doesn't add up, Miss Evelyn.
You sent us the telegram. Didn't you?
Hate to break it
Yes.
to you, Miss,
Yes,
but we're smarter than we look.
I know. I know you're smart. That's why I had to reach out to you. When we sent the telegram, when Kenneth went missing, we had to send out a telegram. We had to find out what the code was because he put some failsafe onto the device so that it couldn't be used. We aren't able to get to him. We aren't able to find out what happened to him until we have the code. That's why we sent it out to everyone. Bradley, the message went to you, to Diane, and to Seamus. We didn't know who it had been sent to, but we knew one of you had it. We figured we'd ask all of you here and then find out by just talking to you. Once we had the code.
Full of lies. She'll just lie again. She does it every time she talks. Bind them up and let's deal with this
I
ourselves.
assumed we'd already done that at this point. We got rope, but just like while
Yeah,
we're talking.
okay. So
to you.
you're as you're doing it.
Evelyn, I really wish we could trust you, and
who's
I wish you
who's
could
tying
help
her
us.
Oh, sorry. Can you make a spot hidden roll?
Absolutely.
But you're very difficult to peel onion at this stage. It seems like every time we peel a layer back,
Oh, there's
there's just more lies underneath.
Oh my god. Perfect.
I'll have that.
When
Oh my.
Evelyn was being removed from the suit, she took something from it.
Oh,
Anyone that puts
God.
that on and tries to operate it currently is in for a shock. But Monkey, you find it in one of her pockets, and you can take it without her even knowing that you've got it or found it. It is yet another one of the smaller diodes, although this one is slightly more dangerous. With its absence, it could send someone careening through time. You can
can
take
I-
it. She
What
doesn't know
else
you
she
have
got?
it.
For the sake of hilarity, Monkey finds it, gently takes it out, and leaves a small feather and twine
Ball or something, yeah.
less ball and more
Yeah, the
like
trophy's up.
yeah, just something bound around like a twig or something, and it's got like a couple of beads and some feathers in it, and it's about the right size. It's just gonna put that where it is, and
Oh
we'll
god.
calm
Hell
the
yes.
diet.
All right, done. You take it. She's bound, and you don't think she's moving. Bradley, you say, you're an onion of lies, layers upon layers. She looks hurt,
Oh,
and
God.
she's hurt that you understand her and that you've seen her. And for a moment, Bradley, there is vulnerability.
Let's explore that.
Oh man, she might be on the same scale of some of the monsters you've tried to read at this point. Oh my god. Alright, she is bound. Monkey has the diode. You have control of the device. Diana is somewhere in time or space. Seamus and William are knocked out on the ground, and Kenneth Connolly is still missing. What do you want to do?
Tied them up. We've
Done.
gotten them, and I will say, right, well, who's volunteering to go on the trip?
I'm afraid Monkey already has.
With respect to Monkey, might it be better if someone who goes to find Dr. Connolly has already met Dr. Connolly?
Well, if you find him after last July, then he's already met all of us.
Possibly.
He hasn't met me.
Briefly, at least, but I did have the same thought. If I go, then maybe he'll see someone he can trust.
Wait. Give me his journal.
That
Also,
would work.
Strong point.
all respect to both you and cousin Isabella, you're not exactly quiet.
Exactly.
good
Good
at-
point. Yes.
or
Let's
good
send
at
you then,
not-
and give you the
Last
journal.
thing we want to happen is for anyone to get spotted. You probably take this letter as well. I'll mutter under my breath away from Evelyn.
We burnt it. We burnt his letter.
Oh yeah, we did. That was
Done.
what
Why,
we
like-
were meant to do. We did
Yeah, we
what
did
we're
it.
actually
We did it,
supposed
we
to
did
do.
it. Which is why if
Outstanding.
neither of you remember the code off the top of your head, the only person who knows it is Monkey.
Yes,
That's a
yes,
good
of
point.
course.
Okay. All right. So is Monkey going to be dressed in the time suit?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm curious
begin
to see what'll happen.
Yep. You begin to get it assembled. It's got a little helmet and everything, which you can put in a little backpack containing like the battery and everything.
And you put both the diodes back in.
Do you let Evelyn see you put the second diode back in, or does she believe it's about to explode? Or whatever
And
her
have you told
plan
us?
was.
Because otherwise we might freak out and be like, oh god, there's a...
No, I don't, because Monkey is a shit.
That
I
is
put
consistent.
the diode, I like hold up the diode that I took out and was like, well, it wasn't going anywhere anyway. And I'll slot that one back in and sort of at like the same time or something, palm the other one like into where I obviously like there's only one other slot for it, I assume. And pop that back in as
As
well.
you do that, Claire goes like, "Aye, clever devil," and says nothing about the other one, seemingly willing to damn you to whatever fate will happen.
my
All right, it clicks into place, and there's no
in
like
that
thrum of
case-
power, but you can go ahead, Monkey.
I was just gonna say like right before I do whatever it is to make it like, I'm just
There's
gonna
a few,
be like,
there's a few turn-ons and things.
yeah. Whatever the process is, I would like it known that right before I go, I'm just gonna look Evelyn directly in the eyes and be like, see you when I get back.
All right.
Adorable.
Hell yes. Okay, I need an electrical repair roll from someone.
Okay.
Make this puppy
Someone?
Make this puppy hum.
Anyone? Not me.
I've got both.
Uh,
That's all I've got.
yeah, we're all base.
Otherwise, it's
I'm
science
all about.
physics.
Okay.
Nice,
Well,
Jackson.
look.
am
I
all
think
about.
the two of you should help each other, and give one of you give advantage to the other, and just hope we can luck it.
Claire also
Basically.
goes, I worked with Kenneth. I can help.
You need to stop talking for a little while here.
I'll take
There's
your-
this little thing called the right to remain silent. It's well worth an exercise.
Consider exercising it, yeah.
If you
Alright.
can talk us through how to turn it on, sure.
I only...
Trust the thing she says. She's liable to sabotage the damn device.
I wouldn't. I'm trying to help. Listen, I can talk you through it. I saw Kenneth use it and I helped him to build part of this thing. You've seen the journals. You know I was involved in building it.
Okay, talk us through it.
Okay.
Don't listen to her. What are
you
you
could-
doing?
You could take a bonus dice if you listen to her.
Do not
Does
listen
that
to
give
that.
me like 2 if people help?
They're not really trained in this, so I think it is
I
kind of.
still don't think this is happening. I do not have enough luck unless it's like under 40 and.
Also, remember, if you have Kenneth's journal, it adds 10 to your science physics, which gets it to, what, 11?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's one better. Monkey, do not listen to her. Do not listen. We will use the journal. We will do our best.
I'm gonna make an electrical repair roll, assuming that we're using the journal as a science physics, and add the bonus for the thing. But I don't have
For being
science physics,
assisted?
I'm just gonna- Yeah, I'll take the bonus. For sure.
So you are listening to her instructions.
I'm
You
listening
are.
to our instructions, but I'm also like looking at Uncle Brad because he's pretty good at picking up lies. So you know.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I'll watch her like a hawk.
Give me a psychology roll then, Bradley, and let's do that one first.
Because the other thing is like I know that she's taken out something, so like there's no reason for her to not tell me how it works. She thinks this is going to kill me.
It's a good point.
The
Well, I
instructions are genuine, or at least with a success 1 appear to be.
Oh, wait. Don't give me that. That's all right. I'll
I'm
let
pretty
it slide.
sure she wants us to suffer, so I'm pretty sure she's giving us genuine instructions.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, add what?
And the advantage. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Maybe luckable.
33?
31. So it's
33.
over 11. So 33. What's that?
Do you need
22 points
22?
of luck?
To make a success.
I mean, I have 33 points of luck.
It's there for the
Thanks.
taking. Do you want to go time traveling?
Feel like you better
Yes?
have. I think this is what you were saving it for.
I
Hell
feel like
yeah.
what else if this doesn't work, what do we do? Like what is the next step? We just sit here and twiddle our thumbs?
Hell yeah. All right. You click the buttons on the back, whiz the gears, steam begins to erupt. It's more modern than that. The battery hums, and on your left hand there is a you know those locks with 4 digits? That'd be more than that. It's the code one, and you begin to twist it into the shape, putting in the code to activate the device. Once the final one is triggered, you push the button. Say, I'll see you when I get back to Claire, and for all intents and purposes, Monkey vanishes. As soon as you shift Monkey, you can feel time like a river around you that extends in every direction, pulling and beckoning you to go. Typically, you move at a sort of a meandering pace in one boring old line, but in here, you can move. And it's funny because Monkey talks about using physics in a practical sense, and that is literally how this thing works. It basically, you mentally feel your way backward or forward in time, but getting specific moments is almost an impossibility. Can I get a sanity roll from you as you begin to move, and then I need to know what your attempted destination is. All right, you are going to take 1 point of sanity.
Oh no.
And where are you trying to go?
I know from the journal what time Kenneth tried to use this before we arrived.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and pinpoint that time because I think he'll be on his own. He's going to try a thing and I can literally be like, hey, it works, bad plan.
Okay. Can you give me a luck roll?
Oh no! Oh.
Excuse me?
Not
Why would you
terrible,
do
but not
this?
like it's not a
Okay.
it's not a fumble, but it's not a success.
So your goal is to get back to when he, approximately when he would have been working on this thing. Is that right?
So there's a date in his journal, I think it was the 29th of March or something like that, where he's like, I'm going to try the thing before the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially want to get prior to that point, whether it's immediately prior and he's just about to do it, or whether it's a couple of weeks prior, whatever the time frame is. Ideally, the ideal pinpoint is just before he goes in to try it. But obviously, I don't think I'm going to get that point, so...
No, that works well. Okay, you feel your way back through time, slipping through space as well. The globe spins below you, and you can almost feel your feet being tugged beneath, just send you spiraling through the galaxies. You're seeking a moment, and a fairly specific one. And eventually you can feel sort of like a migraine and a pulse through your skull as you just keep thinking of a specific event that you weren't there for, but the journal hopefully can kind of guide you in. Suddenly it stops. The vibrating device on your back shudders for a moment to a halt, and the button depresses as you emerge standing in the library where you turned this on. Directly in front of you, with his back turned to you and facing the wall, is who you presume is Dr. Kenneth Connolly. He is also dressed in the same time suit, and before him on the table are spread out books and calculations. The sun is shining outside, and as Kenneth pushes a button, he disappears, and the door opens. What do you immediately do?
Press the button again.
Okay. Where are you trying to go?
Follow him. I'm
Make a sanity
assuming
roll.
that if he's made a path through time, I don't know if this is how it works,
God.
but essentially I'm assuming it's like following a boat wake. If he's made a path through time, I might be able to follow him a little more easily than if I was trying to find him blind.
That's exactly how it works, David.
Physics. But
Seems
I'm also
consistent.
worried because, as far as we are aware, this is the trip that doomed Connolly. And what's the like first aid thing? Like when you run in to try and help someone, the first thing you do is you look around to make sure you don't get done in by the same thing
yourself,
that damaged them. Yeah.
Monkey's on an adventure.
Can I
Probably
get
going to die, so I'm just like, whatever.
classic? Can I get another sanity roll from you, please?
Oh.
As this time you re-slip into the stream, and you're attempting to follow. You are going to take a d6. You are
Sure.
attempting to follow Kenneth through this impossible field, an ocean of passing moments. This time as well, you can't help but shake the feeling that this impossible, extended, and constant moment is not only yours. There are other things that can perceive this, interact with it, reach out and touch those that move through it. And there are some that do not take kindly to trespassing on their terrain. Tiny stars on the edge of your vision, almost blocked out by the thumping migraine in your head, look almost like eyes in the shimmering darkness. And when you skip back out on the other side, you're in the room again. Kenneth is on the floor, dead.
Oh,
And William stands over him with a gun, smoke still coming out of it. And Claire, or Evelyn, has moved in behind him and is screaming, "What have you done?" Then they see you, and she turns to you, and she says, who are, I'm sorry, who are you? What is happening? William spins the gun to you as well, and what is your instinct?
My instinct is to try and get back.
He's gonna try and shoot
try
you.
again.
Oh
Try again.
God, you're gonna appear in the kitchen having been shot. Oh,
Can you make a dexterity roll?
Sure.
And I'm going to contest it with my
not
gun.
dodge. Dodge?
Yeah, dodge works actually.
It's the same thing.
Okay. Dodge makes more sense, so go for dodge, just for consistency.
You could increase your dodge.
Oh, you were ready for it.
That's
Because
not
I knew
bloody
it was
bad.
happening.
You want
He's
one
got a
point of
gun
luck
and
to
being
make it a
shot.
crit?
I'm like,
That way you
goodbye.
can-
Also, I've got the pocket watch.
You should spend 1 point of luck to make it a crit. That way you can't possibly be hit, even if there's a crit on the firearms.
You're alright. That would have hurt. He fires at you, and you like click the button once more, and you see the bullet rushing towards you, and then time begins to part around the projectile like waves, pulsing out into adjacent realities and spiraling universes. I need another sanity roll.
Oh god. This is very cool.
A d6 minus 1, please. And how are you going for your night of are you at indefinite?
No.
Oh.
All right, another hit. You go
very
spiraling backwards,
sane.
and what is your target?
Please hold. And that puts me at. So indefinite is what?
1/5 in one night.
I need to lose 10. I've lost
Sure.
6. I'm good.
nowhere close.
Got another, probably one more go before. I think my aim is to get. It's to get before that initial point where he disappears. Like
Okay.
I'm trying to get there. And honestly, like wherever I end up, I think I'm just gonna have to stop because like this headache is getting real
Oh,
bad, and I
God.
really
Oh.
don't like this anymore. I'm just gonna have to go with whatever I get.
Okay.
Third time's the charm,
Oh
maybe.
jeez.
I got it. You click the button again, spiraling backwards through time. The bullet is chasing you almost through it, and you can see it getting closer and closer and closer, and you need to like eject from this strange space as it's just about to hit you. You depress it and stumble backwards, and you're in the library again. Except there's people around you, and they're all like looking shocked. They're dressed in like togas and things, and they have laurels in their hair, and a few of them are holding 1890s equivalents of like red Solo cups. As you look around, and Jackson, I'm throwing you right in the deep end here. This is a party when you were at university with Kenneth
my
Connolly,
God.
and you are also gonna be here. Because why the hell not?
This is amazing.
So, Monkey, you go stumbling backwards.
How
You
years
look
ago was
around the
this?
room, like 20, 30, I think, or
Sorry.
maybe
Years.
15 years, maybe, I think, was when you last saw him. Does that track?
I'm in my mid-50s, so university would have been 30 years ago,
30
and
years ago,
1890s
yeah.
would have been 30 years ago.
Great,
it's a while ago,
Monkey
so-
hasn't been born yet.
No. So, Monkey, you go stumbling backwards, like banging, knocking over like a keg or whatever. Again, all updated to the 1890s, but that kind of thing.
Oh, it'll be
wooden
like
keg.
one
It's a
of
wooden
those
keg with Solo cup.
champagne.
Yeah.
It'll be like a champagne thing, you know, like one of those.
Yes. That's
I
perfect.
go
There's nibbles and
parading
cannabis.
into the champagne
And you
tower.
stumble and like pick your way up, and there's like a shock, and then hell yeah! People
I think,
erupt
yeah.
into applause, and pushed forward comes Kenneth. He's much younger. You can see like stubble growing. He's this kind of nerdy guy who like he's like charismatic, and he's having a ton of fun. And he's got his arm draped around a young Brad Fogarty, not yet a doctor. What do you look like, Bradley?
I'm really hoping that Brad is like, Brad is like the destroyer, and he's like 16 bricks deep with like a bunch of tattoos.
A lot younger. Turns out he was, maybe like a bright blonde in his youth.
Yep.
And yes, dressed in a toga. I was going to describe his clothes, and I realized no,
Perfect.
it's togas all the way.
Togas all the way.
Kenneth, where did you find this amazing acrobat?
He goes, I have no idea. I don't think I even booked you. How did you get here?
Oh, it was a surprise.
Well, color me surprised. I mean, He turns to you, Bradley, and makes some extended like physics joke that you don't fully follow, but it's pretty kills. The room fucking loves it. Everyone's laughing. The punchline appears to be time travel. Clearly, this is this dude's shtick. Even back then, I mean, Bradley remembers this guy was all about like theoretical physics and the possibilities of things. What do you say to them? Everyone else is kind of gathered around applauding, but over a time, people like lose interest and go back to drinking. And after a moment, it's really Kenneth who's still attached to it, and Bradley who's just nearby.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Kenneth.
could you? I kind of can't get out of this thing without help. Could you help me unstrap this so I can, do some more tricks for everyone?
Yeah, sure. He begins to unclick it, and as he does, he
What I'm
pauses.
hoping is that as he starts to take it apart, he starts to realize what this thing is.
Oh yeah, 100%. So he begins to click it off, and then he looks at it and he goes, "What the? This backpack's some kind of science word, and these gloves are." Science term. This whole thing's riddled with science energy. Yeah, he doesn't know exactly what it is, but he can see that this is incredibly potent. And then before you're fully unclipped, he like spins you around and looks at you again. He goes, "Where did you come from?"
What's the date of when we came? Well, like, what's the date? It's like
March
1925.
Yeah, and like
April
March.
14th.
I think it was April.
No, it was April
April?
3rd. I know it was April 3rd.
25.
1925.
So I'll just say April 3rd, 1925.
Good one. Who put you up to this? Was it James? James. Kenneth, James is always taking you apart for the time travel nonsense.
This is no, Kenneth. That's me. No, Bradley. This is real.
Yeah.
This isn't one of James's classic goofs. Look at, you came out of nowhere, and this device is amazing. How did you get this to work?
Oh, okay. So you believe me when I say that I'm from 1925?
Yes. And he's slightly tipsy.
Psychology roll.
Yeah, hell yeah, make a psychology roll.
My psychology slightly lower?
Yeah, I reckon. Take off like wait, did you always want to be a psychologist, Bradley? Or
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right. Yeah, in that case, you were currently studying it, so it's still pretty good.
Probably not graduated, so I'll take it down to 40.
Yeah, perfect.
You're also.
Oh my god.
He's good even then. This strange person dressed in a strange device, Kenneth seems to be taking seriously, and they seem to genuinely believe they traveled through time. Additionally, you're drunk, but you're not like shit-faced. You saw them kind of appear out of nowhere. Make a sanity roll, actually.
Oh no! What? With my current sanity?
Yes.
My original sanity was 60.
Do it with your current sanity. Do it with your current.
Is this gonna have like repercussions? Like my sanity loss goes through
for
time.
Sure. Take a
Of
point,
course.
I think. But
Yeah, that's how it
and
works.
were you indefinitely or not yet?
A fifth of 55 is 11, so I'm now 1 point off.
You're pretty sure you saw them appear out of nowhere. Kenneth seems to be treating this at least moderately seriously, and the person before you genuinely believes that they have moved through time. Kenneth begins to barrage you with questions. How did you make this device?
We got to the point where it's like, you believe me, while
Yes.
Brad
Yes.
is having a moment, I'm just gonna look at Kenneth and be like, yeah, you built it.
I built it?
Mm-hmm. You're really good at this.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Bradley, and he like shakes you. He goes, I told you I could do this. Wait, when did I build it? 1920 whatever? 1925?
A little bit before. There is one problem with
Oh
that.
jeez,
though.
that's gonna take me forever. Give it to me now. Then I can rework it all. I can probably have this done in like a few years or something.
Okay, there is one problem though.
Yeah.
It killed you.
It
Or at
killed
least-
me?
Well, the device didn't, but there's people that you're gonna meet, and they want it because they believe in something that's cosmic or something like that, and they kill you for it. Which is why I'm here, to try and make sure that you don't die, because you seem nice.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but I mean, time travel. This is
Really cool.
This will
But also,
reshape the world. I mean, with this in the right hands, we can remake reality. We can fix wrongs.
The problem is not the right hands; it's the wrong hands, Mr. Kenneth.
Bradley?
Kenneth, if you're gonna believe this person, then it's probably in your best interest to believe the whole thing, start to finish.
I believe I get killed for it. I mean, who wouldn't want this technology? But it's worth it. I mean, if I die creating something like this, I mean, this could lead to a utopia. This is...
If you die, maybe one of countless other innocent lives die.
The person who kills you for this doesn't want a utopia.
Okay, well, they kill me in years from now, right? I mean, that's so far down the line. Why don't you give it to me now? I can study it. I can understand it. And then that won't ever happen. We can branch. We can split. I mean, I've got theories of, how things work, and if I had a pencil and a piece of paper, I could demonstrate it. That's normally my trick, but
okay. I'll pull out his journal. And I'll hand it to him.
He takes the journal and he moves to get like a blank piece of paper and then recognizes his own handwriting and flips over and sees calculations covered in the space. As this happens, Monkey, you still tethered in the suit?
I can begin to feel like we've taken it off.
You got only like halfway before he got distracted. You can feel like a slight tug, just somewhere at like the small of your back. It's not fierce, but it's there. It seems to be trying to sort of return you somewhere else.
I think I only have a certain amount of time. I have a feeling I'm gonna get yanked back at some point in the very... I don't think I'm meant to be here for very long, which means that I need your help to get home.
Okay, I can... Yes, I Can
Kenneth,
you take it
you've
off?
seen enough, haven't you? You've seen enough. Just give the journal back. We need to send this person back where they came from.
No. This is incredible, Bradley. This is going to years of research already completed. I can build on my own foundations, and it's hardly stolen credit. It's my work. I'm just getting it early. I'm jumpstarting. Listen. Your name. What was your name?
Oh, it really doesn't matter. The last couple of entries, though, I really think you should read those really quickly.
Okay, no, I will. I'll read all of it. I'll read all of it. Listen, you just get out of the suit. Get out of the suit. Stay here with us. We can study it for weeks, months. We'll get you back to where you need to go. I need time to read this. I can't help you. Not now. I maybe coax you in the right direction, but...
Okay, if you need time, I mean, unless I can get yanked back without the suit, which...
No, I don't know. I don't know, but I think the suit is
I will
what
continue
allows
getting out of the suit. Just to be clear, I am getting myself out of this thing.
You unfold it, and it like falls to the ground in front of it. Bradley, what's your read?
Kenneth, in my professional opinion, I think you're spiraling here.
Bradley,
you need to get to bed. You need to wake up with a clear head. You need to think about this, because I know you're gonna get obsessed with this thing, and that's not gonna be good for anyone.
Bradley, I've never been more sober in my life. That's a lie. This is an opportunity to understand the wrongs of my future and right them preemptively. I mean, this journal it goes back. It's got... He gets like an earlier entry, and Kenneth Connolly inherited his house when his parents died, and it was not that long ago in your timeline. And he finds one of the dates where his mother passed, And he kind of sobers up and pauses. Is Bradley, there's things I can do here that can make the future better. Surely I have to try.
There's things in there that's gonna make the future worse. And there's things in there that you know you're not supposed to know.
Mr. Kenneth, the best thing you can do for the future as someone who comes from it is to send me back, and then to make sure this thing never gets built.
This is someone asking you with more knowledge than what you have right now.
I'm not saying don't study it. I'm not saying don't live your dreams. I'm just saying keep it theoretical and do a Da Vinci. Know that you're smarter than everyone else and put a flaw in the design so that you're the only one who knows.
All right, can I get
Nope.
one of you to make a
Oh,
persuasion check with
Oh,
a bonus, and the other can give a bonus dice.
I will leave that to the person who I know is my uncle and have not said his name nor have given my own for very good reasons.
Yeah.
I'm being very careful with the brain of my uncle. I like him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Have I got lower persuade 30 years ago?
I think you're all right. I think you're all right. Keep it.
All right. It's only
Here,
50 anyway, so that's all right. Here we go. Gonna take that bonus die. Oh, I have failed and I have not enough luck.
Do you
Push
want to push
Oh, no,
the
wait, yes, I do.
roll? Or do
I do
you
have
want to
luck.
push the roll? 50%, and you
Push
get
it.
the bonus dice for the reroll.
Push it with bonus
Uh,
or spend luck. But we need him to
Yes.
not make this. We really need him to not make this. So I'm kind of leaning like.
all right, here's the deal, Kenneth. You finish that keg stand, and you can make the suit. You pass out, and we never talk about this again. It's the insane ramblings of a drug man. Do we have a deal?
Oh my
Always,
God,
bro. Right, reroll it. Yes. Kickstand
no,
to save the
please.
universe. Call it Cthulhu.
Alpha Centauri Sigma Delta forever.
Holy shit.
Can't stand to save the universe.
He wins him to do it, and he wakes up in the morning with no memory of anything that happened.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Fuck, that got me. All right. Fucking hell. So, Monkey, you take back the suit as Kenneth puts his chin on the table and begins to just power through shots. Does a keg stand on the weird champagne thing and tries to drink it straight as it's flowing out. It's fucking bad. This party's getting messy. Everyone's crowding around him. Kenneth's the fucking best. Bradley and Monkey, you get a moment as Monkey, you're getting strapped back in and being ready to go. Bradley, you must be curious about who this strange person is, and it's weird. They share your earlobes, or whatever. There's that tiny connection that you just feel like you maybe know them or something. There's also
Well,
the
I
journal, and I want to know what's happening with that.
Isn't the persuade like he's gonna help us and then just like Leonardo da Vinci this thing? Is that the plan?
Yeah. I guess so.
Or do you want him to just forget about it?
No, I think. Well, I
What do
think
you-
That you are right. You extremed it. You've got him. It's just let me know how you want him to.
If Monkey's intention mattered, it was to
Yeah.
try and give him something to still believe in, but know that like he gets to be the smartest man alive, and
But he
no
doesn't
one
feel
can
that.
copy him. Like no one is going to ever know what he knew, but he still gets to have that like pride and like, yeah, I did it, and I know I did it. But no one, I'm gonna make sure no one can copy me. Versus like, I forget about
Yeah.
it and then I'm still obsessed with it later. Like,
Yeah, and
I
it
like
comes
that.
back. No, that makes more sense as well. So I think you
I persuaded him to have an excellent night and take that to heart.
Okay.
Can
So
I
with that in mind,
help me go? Because that was the other part.
yes. So I think what happens then is, Monkey, you are going to spend several weeks pushing
Oh,
towards
no.
months in this timeline,
Oh no.
or in this time period. Kenneth, true to his word, the next day sets to deciphering his own journal and the device. He doesn't pull it apart yet, but he begins to understand every piece of it, intent on returning to where you came from, and also understanding his own future. Bradley, what do you do throughout this period?
I don't want to know what's in my future.
But
That's-
Okay, yep.
That's insane. So I'll help out if I can, but you know, ignoring, not listening as much as possible, if you know what I
Okay.
mean.
All right,
I
so
don't
you'll
think
try to
Monkey
help
gives a
out.
lot away. I think
Oh,
Monkey
that's
just
good.
like natters about what's going on in the world as they see it now. Like, just is Monkey's a very in the moment kind of human.
Okay. You spend, I think, a few weeks as Kenneth gets absorbed into the task. If there's anything the two of you would like to do during this period, any moments that might come up,
I like your
warnings
earlobes.
to deliver.
You know, I think you're gonna make a great uncle one day.
Not an oddly specific compliment, but I'll take it.
You just seem like you have your head screwed on straight, and you're the kind of person who'd answer a lot of questions when a small child asks you, and maybe ask them a few questions too. Make them interested in the world.
That's good advice. I'll take that too. Thank you.
No problem. Climbs up a tree, hangs out like upside down. Like, you know, like a kid on the monkey bars, like hanging by the legs, just like swinging slightly, except like up a tree.
It's pretty incredible. All right, after several weeks of work, the device torn apart and restudied, you all assemble in the library. Kenneth's parents are home, and you've waited for them to leave so that you can actually do the work. Monkey, you've been redressed in the time suit. Kenneth shakes your hand and pulls you into a hug and thanks you for everything. And then as he steps back and just like drapes an arm around Bradley's shoulders, you can, any final words, you're ready to go.
Oh, one last thing. 194 frogs on 7 logs with 507 legs.
What?
I'll write that down.
Just put the F at the beginning.
All right, and Bradley takes it to heart. Kenneth goes, what? And then you click it, and then thrown backwards once more. What is your exact destination? And I need a sanity roll.
Oh god.
My exact destination is exactly when I left.
All right, give me a sanity roll. D6. Oh no, sorry. We'll see how you go first. All right, D6 minus 2.
Oh god. No.
Hmm. How are we looking? Still
If I
all
had
good?
rolled a 4, it would have been indefinitely insane,
Ooh.
which is the max.
Okay.
But I'm not. I come back with a really bad headache. Although I'm hoping that like some of what Kenneth did actually allows me to like get to where I need to. Like that
This
was-
time you are sure that you're being watched. There's edges in this area. It's no longer a sea. It's like a fractal prism, and eyes twist between the lines, peering at you and watching you travel. You can feel ominous energy that trails
like,
behind you.
sort of quietly under my breath, but assuming anything in here probably doesn't use words to communicate. I'm just gonna be like, I'm not planning on doing this again. I'm sorry.
Your sorry is captured in this eternal moment and freezes in this place with no time to be uttered forever. and then you reappear. You come out in the library. Kenneth Connolly sits in a chair in front of the fire. Across from him is Dr. Bradley Fogarty, and walking into the room with a refill of refreshments is Isabella Watch. Diana and Seamus Quinn are nearby, and the four of you have gathered to celebrate some minor achievement, an award that was leveled, that was given to one of you, another reason to have a small party. It's his friend, so maybe he's been given an award for some study when Monkey appears in the center of the room. Diana lets out as well, and Seamus guffaws and claps, really similar to the drunken youths who thought you were an acrobat. And Bradley and Kenneth are less surprised.
Hello again.
Oh.
Hi, Uncle Brad. Thanks for taking what I said to heart.
I thought you were back in Boston. I didn't think that. Okay, well, hello. Have I missed something?
Mr. Kenneth, do you think we could sort out that last item now?
Yes. I suppose so. How should we, he stands up and brushes off his feet. How, shall we begin?
You're the expert. The only expert.
All right.
And I'm gonna, again, is unbuckling and getting out of this thing as quickly as possible. Just,
okay.
not rushed, but is getting out of it expediently.
Perfect. With the device returned to what is basically a branch in another timeline, it can be destroyed, and Monkey can even palm a couple of the diodes so that even if it weren't, it wouldn't work for quite some time. There's no sign of Claire, Elizabeth, Evelyn, whatever they went by, but presumably she's elsewhere doing other things. There's no sign of William either. They were never brought on. I am curious to know what changes have been introduced to this timeline, as Bradley was introduced to the mythos at a much younger age than he was previously. But apart from that, Kenneth's safe, the time suit's destroyed, and for all intents and purposes, things are set to rights.
All right. Well, a toast to the genius of Dr. Connolly, more than the world will ever know.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Dink.
That was great.
All right. Hell yeah, let's...
Uncle Brad, I'm gonna give this to you to decide what you want to do with it. It's from another place, but not another time. Also, do you know a really good psychiatrist who could help me? My brain hurt. And I'm gonna hand him Evelyn's journal, which I still have in my pocket, unless magically it's disappeared, and I'm gonna give my uncle some mad woman's knowledge of the mythos, because he's interested in that kind of thing. So I'm gonna hand that over. So you now have.
And it could only go poorly.
Excellent.
Yeah. So you have Evelyn's mythos, which I was gonna give to you anyway, but this is much more interesting.
Great.
Right.
And then Monkey's probably gonna either work with his uncle or go check himself into a sanatorium, because boy.
All right.
Yeah.
That rule.
I'll need to slash that too.
So what I think we'll do is we're going to park this session there, and what we will do is have a quick chat behind the scenes and figure out what changes may have happened, because going into the next scenario, I don't know. Maybe one of you is a bit more Mythos experienced, or who knows what. And also just, fun, minor stuff. I think it's cool. You don't get to mess with time travel that frequently.
I think the order of my husbands have changed. Maybe maybe the first one survived. I'm still unhappily married.
Oh, I'm thinking so the William and Evelyn are con artists. It'd be so great if it turns out one of them's currently married to you and only Monkey recognizes them. Fuck, I should have parked that. That was gold. Anyway, we'll figure something out. All right. Well, thank you, y'all, for playing. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That was the code. Went fairly off the rails at the end there, but that's the point of these things. Time has no rails.
And I would not have known that was not part of the written campaign.
No, hell yeah. You put time travel into a campaign. Any time is part of the campaign.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, no, that ruled. All right, so thank you everyone for watching. This will go up on the YouTube imminently. And next week, we'll be jumping into the next scenario, which is Turn's Page. House of Memphis. It's about magicians, cool. And it's definitely going to be tied to Monkey. So make sure you jump in for that, and we'll see you in a week. Thanks, guys. See y'all.
Outstanding.